School in Palatine, Sports Channel presents the Illinois High School Association Boys State Soccer Championship, featuring Granite City's Warriors against the Pirates of Palatine High. Well, it was a dark and stormy night. I know that's a lousy way to start a novel, but it certainly does pertain to what's going on here tonight in Palatine. What you see is what you get, and we don't know what we're going to get come a little bit later. Hi, everybody. I'm Mike Lederman. Somewhere under that umbrella is Randy Hahn. Randy, obviously the weather is going to be a factor, and since we can say your wife is a weathercaster, why don't you tell us what's going on here as if we can't see?
I got to tell you, Mike, this is my dream assignment. Number one, you've always been my role model, so working with you is terrific. But this is man's weather. I mean, look at this. We've got a driving rain. We've had about 3 inches of rain in the last 24 hours. Winds are gusting to 30 miles an hour. It's going to get cold. It's going to rain even harder. The field is soggy. This is just great.
Hey, sports is next. That was a good weathercast. Then we go to commercial. No. Obviously, we are going to be playing here. They have made a lot of concessions to this field. It was rolled earlier today. But, Randy, we had quarterfinal action, semifinal action. They had to move a lot of the games around just so they can find this field at least a little bit playable for the finals.
Yeah, in about 15 more minutes, we're going to have to be rolled, I think, because it is very wet, obviously. Yeah, they had to move things around. They moved it to Conant. They moved it to Barrington. They wanted to keep this field as decent as possible, but there's standing water on the field right now, 3 and 4 inches deep in some parts on the field. Hopefully the rolling earlier today helped a little bit, but this is going to be sloppy. And I think if the teams come out of this with a couple of goals collectively, they're going to be very happy. But you never know. Sometimes strange things happen.
Well, they'll be slipping and sliding. Meanwhile, Granite City is no stranger to this field or the state finals. They are back here. Granite City has won 10 state titles, more than any other school. This year they have an outstanding attack man, and he is really something to see if he can get some traction. Sean Petrosky.
Yeah, Sean Petrosky is the player to watch for Granite City. Gene Baker, their head coach, says this is the best target player I've had, and he's been the coach for 23 years, so that says something about Petrosky. 42 goals for him this season. That's an all-time single-season record at Granite City. He's the guy to watch for up front for them.
Willie Fillion is going to have that job with his Palatine Pirates. They have never won a state championship. They finished third back in 1990. Fillion has been the head coach for 4 years. This is their opportunity. They've got a big guy on attack, too, Mike Huber, number 20.
Yeah, he's only a junior, but Mike is really racking up the numbers, 30 goals already, and he is just developing into an outstanding player. So we've got 2 marquee goal scorers. What will be interesting to see is how they are able to deal with the weather. And I'll tell you, it could be a problem for the defenders and goalkeepers as well, because the ball is just going to stop dead in its tracks in this water. That could be an advantage sometimes for the guys up front.
Well, you remember the Bears-Packers game from a couple of weeks ago. This is everything you wanted, and more or less, depending on your outlook. We'll be back with the starting lineups and get things underway right after. Well, it's a lovely sight unless you happen to be here. I'll tell you, the rain has continued for the better part of 2 days. We're told it's only going to get worse, but we are playing soccer tonight here at Fremd High School in Palatine. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First for Palatine in the backfield, Wallowik, Zick, Doug Lane, Scott Boynton. Moving up to the front line, Sharif Zabin, Paul Iguez, Joshua Pruch, Ricky Turnus, Tim Arnold, and the big gun up front at striker Mike Huber for the Pirates. And in the nets for the Palatine Pirates will be all-stater Chris Jamal. You can see the crowd is here. One of the other Final Four teams, Chicago Kelly, they didn't make it to the finals, but boy, did they put up a fight. Let's take a look now at Granite City in the back line. Matt Wilson, Reeder, Kessler, Scott Nemeth. Again at the midfield now as we move up. Justin McMillan, Matt Little, John Nazinski, Travis Mills, Sean Petrosky, the striker, of course, the big gun, the big foot, and Paulie Bukarich is up front also. And the keeper, Mike Bristol, a 5'11" senior, a 1.5 goals against average so far for this season. Granite City will be in white. They will be moving from our right to our left. Palatine in the red jerseys with the white numerals will be going from the left to the right. So stick with us. We are underway. Granite City again controlling. First off, that is Nazinski for Granite City, number 25. We get our first whistle, and the foul goes against the Palatine Pirates. Joshua Pruch
Well, one of the things to watch for here, Mike, is how these teams deal with the weather. Obviously, that's the number one thing that comes to mind. And I got to think they've been playing in this weather through the quarters and semifinals for the last 2 days, so they're a little bit acclimated, if you can be acclimated to these kind of conditions. And maybe it'll turn out to be a little better than you would think just looking at it.
Palatine's Tim Harrell trying to control for the Pirates, taken away by Granite City.
You saw right there how the ball just stopped dead in the water, and that's what we're going to see. In addition to that, where the water isn't quite as deep, the ball's going to skip. So there's all kinds of strange circumstances here for these players to adjust to.
Just underway here in the first quarter. Again in high school. We're playing 40 minutes. And here we go with the throw-in from, Jonathan Reeder getting set. And now Travis Mills. Just underway here, 38-40 left to go. And Mills, now we get set. You can hear the rain in the microphones. And the head ball, we get a foul, and again, we can't tell where the markings are. The foul goes against Granite City.
Mills able to get that ball up front there, and looked to me, at least through this downpour and this deluge, that he was trying to get it up to the striker there.
Brian Zick puts it in play for Palatine.
Sean Petrosky, the guy to watch for, and here's Petrosky with it.
Petrosky, number 19, a big kid, 6'2", over 200 pounds, has it taken away. Again, no call. Comes back to Granite City. And again, a lot of water. Sharif Zabin, number 3 for Palatine. Gets it back to Joshua Pruch, number 9. And here's Pruch on the attack for the Palatine Pirates. Huber, number 20, up with him. Being marked by Justin McMillan for the Warriors. Granite City in white, Palatine in red. Over the touchline it goes. It'll be a throw-in for Palatine.
What a grueling tournament this really is. Both these teams have played 7 games up to this point. Of course, they're undefeated coming into this in postseason play. But to have it end like this, what a finish. And you can see, looking at the picture there, that there's raindrops everywhere on the camera lens, on the field, in the air, and it's just unbelievable conditions. I haven't seen a game played in anything like this in a long time.
Well, we're getting ready for the swimming and diving championships in a couple of weeks, but I'll tell you what, that won't be as wet as this.
I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to, Mike, and that's the media mud wrestling event at halftime that you and I will be starring in. That could be the highlight of the telecast.
Oh, my. This is Brian Zick, one of the all-section players, the sweeper back for Palatine. Plays it in, broken up by Granite City. No real scoring threats so far, and there's a foul. And it'll be going against Palatine. Granite City will have the direct kick.
Well, the wind is very definitely blustering left to right on the field, and at this point, that ought to give a significant advantage to Granite City in this first half if they can advance the ball with any degree of regularity.
Bukaric gets it over to Nizinski. Nizinski has it taken away from him by Brian Zick. Again, Zick, one of 2 Zick brothers on this team, a 5'11 senior. He's an all-section sweeper back, and he really is a vacuum back there for Willie Fillion.
I'll tell you, the way the wind's blowing and the cold temperatures and the rain, everybody's going to be Zick by halftime.
Oh, no pun intended. I have a feeling we're going to be reaching new lows in material, Randy. It's going to be like a bad Taylor's convention. Anyway, no score. And you think about how hard these kids work. Boy, they're working doubly hard now. The one good thing is the temperatures aren't bad. I would say temperatures now are in the high 40s, maybe even a little bit warmer than that. So it's not a bone-chilling cold to go with the wind and rain.
It will be after these guys get thoroughly soaked, and I would think that's about 30 seconds away from happening.
Spoken like a true spouse of a meteorologist. Okay.
Anybody who isn't soaking wet already out there is going to be very soon. I'm surprised at the large number of people here, quite honestly. It's a great testament to the fans.
And not just from the finalist schools, as we told you. The third place game had to be canceled tonight, but Chicago Kelly is well represented here. Also some Sandberg people, the defending champions, who bowed out in the semifinal round to Palatine. So there are people in the stands. And if you can't see, don't worry. We'll tell you what's going on. We can't see either.
Oh, this is amounting to a legitimate opportunity here, and it's only a throw-in from the far side, as you see.
This is Jonathan Reeder who will take it for Granite City. Granite City again in white. Reeder puts it in play again. They're looking for Petrosky in the middle if they can. Cleared nicely by Palatine, and again the Warriors on the attack. Both teams obviously would like to get a quick goal here because that could stand up for about 78 minutes.
Both these teams very capable of scoring, Mike. Granite City outscored their opponents 65-11 during the regular season, and Palatine weren't far off that, outscoring 46-10. So both these teams can put up big numbers, but it's going to be hard in these conditions.
Granite City now moving in. This is Petrosky, and ridden off by Doug Lane back there for Palatine, and most of the pressure being put on by the Warriors here. A team with a lot of state championship experience. Although these players don't have it, the school tradition certainly goes back more than 20 years. Here comes a throw-in for the Warriors. Jonathan Reeder again will take it from the right side. And then it goes headed away by Lane. A question, check it by Tim Harrell. And once again, Granite City will make the throw-in. Looking inside. Just wide. Put up, I believe, by Sean Petrosky, and it'll be a goal kick. Paulie Bukarich in there.
Petrosky was trying to get that ball over to the far post side for Bukarich.
Here is Brian Vick. And let's take a look at the replay again, Randy.
Well, there's Petrosky right there marked up alongside the defender, and he's got two people around him. Shows a good ability to hold off the defender. He, I think, might have even been trying to score on that play right there, but it just went wide.
Back we come to live action again. The action in the end of Palatine as it's cleared by the Pirates' Scott Boynton. They call Boynton the Warrior. He's only about 5'10", but he is one tough kid. Going to need it all tonight. Travis Mills keeping the ball in the Palatine end. And back it comes, and it'll be a throw-in for Palatine. 32:30 left to go here. First half. John Wolowick, number 6 for Palatine, shaking off an injury. He had a knee problem. He re-injured in the semifinal, but he is still in there. You see the clock if you can. No score here. This is Corey Kessler.
Both these teams played earlier today, Mike, but Palatine played the later game, and they had to beat the defending state champion Sandburg to get to this final, so they're likely to be a little more fatigued to get things started, and I think we're seeing that early on. They've had very few advances really past the halfway line, but once they've played about 15-20 minutes, both these teams should be even up in that category.
Tim Harrell for Palatine trying to put a little pressure on, along with Sharif Zabin, number 3 for the Pirates. And back it comes, being ridden off. Again, throwing for Granite City.
And you look there at number 16, Tim Harrell had a lot to do with their quarterfinal win, one of the most exciting games in the tournament. He set up a goal and scored one.
Action coming here, and once again, that's Sean Petrosky for Granite City. There he is, number 19, 42 goals this year. Also had the shootout penalty kick winner that got them past St. Charles, the number 1 seed in the state in the quarterfinal. That match, a lot of folks said, would be really the state championship match, or one of the best matches towards it.
Actually, Petrosky had a chance to win that game at the end of regulation. With a minute 58 left, he got pulled down inside the box, got a penalty kick, but the goalkeeper for St. Charles deflected it off the crossbar, so it ended up going to the shootout where Petrosky won it with a penalty kick.
Deepest penetration here for Palatine. Huber will throw in. Mike Huber, number 20. Again, he is the big offensive threat. Looks for near post. Not on, but Mike Bristol comes away with the ball.
Well, they tried to flick it on there, and I tell you, when the ball's wet and the conditions are such as they are, anything can happen, and it's just a good idea to try and get the ball on net and near that goalkeeper's territory whenever you can. It could easily slip off the gloves on a day like today.
See Bristol wearing gloves, which could be more of a deterrent, more of a hindrance. Looking for Huber, and overshot him for Palatine. Cleared out by the defense of Granite City. Still no score here. State championship finals. This is Fremd High School. I'm Mike Lederman along with Randy Hahn, our Sports Channel crew, doing yeoman work here, trying to get you pictures. But let me tell you, if you think that looks dark in your screen, you want to be out here. The rain has not stopped.
You don't want to be out here.
Scott Nemeth back for Granite City, one of the defenders, and we get a whistle.
Huber there is unhappy with the call deep in the penalty area. He thought he had beaten his man, but in fact, he gets called for the foul. As we look at the replay, there's Huber there.
A little push in the back, Randy.
Gave a little shove there.
Yeah, that's it.
Number 23, Jeff Hayes, in the back, and linesman, I think, maybe making the call back there.
Wynn knocked that one down. Joshua Pooch, number 9 for Palatine. Takes it back to Ricky Turnus, number 11. And again, Palatine now trying to mount some kind of offense past the midline. There's a throw in for the Pirates. Coming down again to the Granite City defense, and it is well named.
Now, both these teams have exceptional defenses, and we'll see if they're able to make the kind of adjustments they have to, because the ball is already, we're seeing it do crazy things when it hits these puddles, and in some cases lakes. The middle of the field right now is just saturated, and the near sideline is about a 3 to 4 inch deep puddle.
All right, here come the Pirates with a throw, and again, this is about their deepest penetration into Granite City territory, and the throw-in will be taken by Mike Huber.
Again, looking for the short post right there. Ball is still loose, cleared by the Granite City defense. So Travis Mills making the play. Back comes Doug Lane for the Pirates. And another throw-in for Palatine, which over the last 4 minutes, about just under 28 minutes to go here in the first half. And the throw-in headed out by the defense for Granite City.
Petrosky got the ball there, and then the whistle blown. Foul is going to go against Petrosky for, again, the push-off there as he tried to pivot off the defender.
He's going against Doug Lane right here, and there's Petrosky with, well, you talk about no harm, no foul. You'll probably, one good thing about this too is you probably can't get hurt because there's very little traction, but just when we say that, something might happen. Tim Harold will take the direct kick. Harold goes straight, and Mike Bristol is there. Nothing subtle about that. He was just going to take a chance that the goalie might mishandle it. Not bad strategy, Randy.
Not a bad free kick as well from, I would say, about 34 yards out as he got right into that. Got it past the inside part of the wall, but the keeper was back there and comes up with the save. Jamal making a rather routine stop, but despite that, a good free kick.
Now we get the foul here against Palatine, so Granite City now will have the free kick. Travis Mills back to take it. And Mills scoots it down into the middle, looking for Petrosky. Left foot's it on net. Jamal easily there. Chris Jamal, 15 shutouts for Palatine. And he is only a junior. Up it comes now here, down. Looks like goes Paulie. Sharif Zabin goes down, no whistle there. Now we get a whistle. And Granite City will get the kick down, looking for Petrosky, and Sean has it go too far.
Now you can see the strategy of both these teams, particularly we're seeing it with Granite City, and that's in Petrosky. Just get the ball up to him because he is such a good target player, and he's almost by himself up there as an offense with 2 or 3 defenders at times, but he has played like that all year, double and triple team, likes to play that way, and that's what being a target man in soccer is all about, the ability to show up when the ball is there, fight off defenders, and then if you can't beat the people that are watching you, lay that ball off to a partner up front or a attacking midfielder, and Petrosky has shown the ability to do that, but more than anything else, he's shown the ability to be able to score goals with 42 coming into this game.
We are still scoreless right here. The wind and the rain all together. Under 25 minutes to go first half. Still no score. Reeder to throw in. Gets it across, looking again inside and on goal. But once again, Chris Jamal is there.
Now look at the shot. This is a half volley as he caught it just as it bounced back down to the turf. And a good shot there, but a nice save as well by Jamal.
Crouch coming up, looking on right wing for Iguez. And Iguez along with the defense now. It'll be a throw-in for Palatine. Huber will come over and take it. Once again, the Pirates with some good field position here. Huber on the track for the throw-in. Do it again. Corey Kessler blocked that ball out. Huber getting some good loft here and headed out nicely by the Granite City defense. Kessler again. And Granite City plays it up. But Doug Lane is there to try to keep it in the offensive end for Palatine.
Paul Iguez just miskicked there as it came off the throw-in back out to him. He's number 5. He's a real shifty, fine little midfield player, only 5'1". And he tried to drive that one as it came off the throw-in back out to him at the front of the box, but just miskicked it. But I'll tell you, you're going to have a lot of missed kicks, and sometimes that's going to work to the advantage of the team that miskicks it because you just don't know where the ball is going to end up. There's Paul Iguez, 5'4" they list him at.
Yeah,
that's
right.
on his tippy toes. He's 5'1", sophomore.
He's got a twin brother, Andy, who's been injured but who also plays and further confuses opponents.
They also list him as 130 pounds, which he might be now after
soaking
standing
wet,
out in
as
the
they say,
rain for the last 20 minutes.
A lot of cliches tonight. If they're soaking wet, you bet they are. Once again, Palatine. This will be Tim Harold as they work a set piece here off the free kick. 22 minutes and counting. Down it goes, and a goal kick coming up for Granite City. Well, there is Mike Bristol, 5'11", 185-pound senior. Very consistent in the nets.
Well, they had 4 shutouts coming into this game in postseason play. 12 shutouts, Granite City, during the regular season. So they have been a solid team defensively, but you've got to have a good goalkeeper, and it's usually the teams with the sound goalkeepers that get this far. And both these teams have been very solid in the nets.
Foul is on Nizinski, and here comes Huber for Palatine. Taken away by Doug Lane. And here comes Palatine again, trying to mount an attack. This is Scott Boynton, number 15. And there is Paul Iguez, number 5, for Palatine. Taken away by Granite City, and coming up the right side, down he goes. And we get a whistle.
And Iguez gets the foul there for the trip from behind. You saw the difficulty that the players are having dribbling through the drizzle, as it were. It is just tough to control the ball when you're coming through those puddles. It stops, it skips, it starts on you again. Hate to keep emphasizing the conditions, but really,
you can't
ignore it because it's totally dominating this game.
As we take a look, you see
Now
the
there's
spray, the wake, the splash.
And Iguez coming in a little high there and really not playing the ball, and that's when you're going to get that foul. And now you'll get the free kick to follow.
Corey Kessler will take it for Granite City. Kessler has a goal on the season. His only points from the back line.
That right there is the only way to advance the ball any distance at all in this game. And these are two teams that like to play on the ground, so they're having to adjust.
Huber now trying to take the ball through the sheets of rain. Coming up to the 20-minute mark, halfway home through the first half. Up it comes. Granite City's Petrosky now. Sean Petrosky has got an opportunity here. And what a save made by Jamal.
It's in.
And it goes in off Jamal. It looked like Jamal had made the save, but Petrosky had so much to talk about that left foot, Randy. It looked as though Jamal had it deflected, but it just carried right through the net. Goal number 43 for Sean Petrosky.
Well, this is just a tremendous individual effort by Sean Petrosky. And you see the Granite City fans here appreciating that. That was a brilliant goal. He took people on, danced a little inside the penalty area, and then drove it hard. And we talked about the goalkeepers. They're going to have trouble. The ball's going to be slippery, and we saw it right there, just unable to be handled. There's Petrosky, and look at him take on the defender. Right there, he evades the tackle. There he goes by another defender, blasts it off really the body there of Jamal, and Petrosky with the goal. And that puts Granite City in front 1-0, and on a night like tonight, that is an incredibly valuable goal.
And you can see how Jamal was right on the ball, and yet the ball had so much momentum it kicked right off him into the upper right corner of the net. And it gives Granite City the early lead, coming at exactly 20 minutes.
Well, Petrosky has just been a horse for Gene Baker. He scored the only goal in their 1-0 win over Kelly in the semifinal. In the quarterfinal shootout thriller, we already talked about the fact that he got the penalty kick winner. And really the story just goes on and on throughout this outstanding season for Granite City. The story of Sean Petrosky, and he's a senior, hasn't decided where he's going to go to college yet, but I've got to think, Mike, he's got all kinds of opportunities ahead of him to play this game in college, and who knows if he can keep the numbers going, perhaps professionally.
Sure, they're talking about him going to St. Louis, which is, of course, right near his hometown, and that might be a possibility. Certainly, St. Louis is an outstanding collegiate soccer program. 1-0 Granite City on the Petrosky goal at exactly 20 minutes. And here Palatine will get another throw in.
You know, we talked about Petrosky coming in, and you always hope that the guy you talk about at the beginning of the night is the one who comes through for the teams. But this was really no brain surgery on our part, because Petrosky has been so outstanding all year.
Well, I'm sorry, Randy.
He had 39 goals in the regular season for Granite City, and the nearest teammate to him, well, there were a couple of guys with 6 goals, so you can see how dominant he was.
Again, Palatine trying to mount some offense here and slipping down. Matt Wilson for here. Palatine will again have a throw in from the left wing.
It's hard to believe that it could be getting worse, but I think it is, Mike.
Yeah, you can feel as the rain starts to go sideways, you know that wind is picking up.
I'm sure you can hear it as well. We can hear it up in the booth here. It is just pounding the track around the field, and it is just pummeling the crowd and the players out there. The wind gusting 30 miles an hour plus out here, and it is going to really, really affect these players. I got to think they're just looking at the clock right pretty soon. When is it halftime? Fortunately, we were undercover here.
Right. Well, sort of. It's still coming right in the front.
You got to get a better umbrella, Mike.
Yeah.
I'm dry over here. What are you doing on that side?
You got that big face shield over there, Randy. I don't know. Under 17 minutes to go, first half. And Scott Nemeth for Granite City.
Got a card coming out here. First one we're going to see today, or will we? Yes.
Is that Huber?
That's a yellow to, I think it's Randy Turnus. So he picks up a yellow, and he got called for an obstruction foul. Matt Wilson was trying to come through the middle as we get a look at it. It was an encroachment foul, actually, on the restart right there. You saw Turnus in a little too close, got a piece of the ball, and then had something to say to the referee, so he picks up the yellow card.
And out he comes. Going over the back, no call. Granite City again trying to come through, and Jamal was there for another shot on goal.
Pretty routine stop for him there that time.
Yeah, but you know, in this kind of element, with that slick ball, how much is ever routine?
I guess.
Corey Kessler fighting for Granite City over here, along with Huber.
Would you call this a routine telecast?
Oh my gosh. It's the kind of thing that you're going to tell your kids about, whether you were here in any shape or form.
Well, whoever wins this, it's going to be very, very rewarding, I'll tell you that, to have come through these conditions and then come out as the state champions.
Scott Boynton, again, Gets it up to Wallowik for Palatine. Back comes the ball. Can Palatine get to it? No. As yes, now coming through with Palatine. Trying to cross. A header in front. Equalizes. Just about, but Mike Bristol had the answer with Paul Equalizes. Got the header, just didn't quite have enough on it, but that was certainly the best scoring chance for the Pirates, Randy.
Absolutely. It's Huber with the cross, and right at the top of the box, it's actually Joshua Prutch with the header there. And got it
Prutch
right.
did, yeah.
Prutch right on goal. Bristol coming up with a fine save as Prutch directed it right to the top side of the goal.
Now they've given Corey Kessler of Granite City an assist on the Petrosky goal. Again at the 20th minute.
Well, Petrosky did pretty much
Yeah.
all of that by himself.
Well,
He got a little bit of service, but once he got to the top of the box, it was all Petrosky with a foul.
Foul coming here against Palatine.
That's Prutch called for the foul. He had the header moments ago. That
Travis Mills gets the ball up. Palatine heads it out. Out it comes to Sharif Zabin. Zabin number 3 being marked and pushed. Looks like by Justin McMillan, number 7.
And we got another card.
And the card being shown. And let's see if we can. Yeah, it was to McMillan.
Now here's McMillan trying to fight off number 3, Sharif Zabin, and it was not for the infraction, I think, so much as it was as to what was said to the referee. And McMillan will jog to the sideline now after that yellow.
Tony Constantino, the official, a veteran official. He's been through a few of these finals. Well, nobody's been through any of these, but he's officiated several state championships. Coming down is once again is Petrosky, and over the touchline it goes, and Granite City will get a throw in here. As the white uniforms are starting to take on a distinctly muddy look over there. This is Reeder to throw in here, and it will go to Sean. Text to Matt Little, and up it comes again in front, looking for once again, and cleared by Palatine. Another opportunity for Granite City. Jeff Zick, number 13, who was injured in the semifinal, didn't think he would play. He is in there. He is Brian's brother.
Well, you saw there how the bouncing of the ball in the 18-yard box is so critical here in these wet conditions.
And now we're going to get another foul here. Thought a card was coming out, but no. Let's take a look. Tony Constantino was talking to somebody, I believe, on the Granite City side, and we may get another card. Let's take a look right here. Yeah, a yellow card going to Corey Kessler now. And we'll see why on the replay, Randy. Kessler, number 22. A little push, a shove, and well,
came in a little hard on the tackle, but other than that, I didn't see much there. It could have been again for dissent. But the yellow card has come out 3 times already in this first half.
So again, they have to substitute for Kessler on the yellow card. Official time is kept on the scoreboard, unlike World Cup or pro soccer. Granite City again trying to mount an attack, and over the sideline, throw in for Palatine.
Little Greg Sturdivant, number 4 for Granite City, trying to do some advancement of the ball through midfield there. He put on a couple of nice moves, then lost it, but did pretty well in that sloppy middle part of the field.
Sturdivant again keeping the ball in play for the Warriors. Now coming down is Scott Nemeth for Granite City, and the foul goes against Palatine. And again, Granite City will have an opportunity to advance the ball with the free kick.
Well, look at Nemeth's uniform as he picks himself up. I mean, these guys are just a mess. And you see the middle part of the field. I mean, it's like a lake out there. Lake Palatine.
Yes,
welcome.
Lovely. Mills. And the ball is going through, stops dead. You see that? How the ball just stopped in the middle of Little Lake Palatine right there in front of the goal box.
Tell you, this is the great equalizer, this water on the field. It's such a problem for both teams here.
See the Granite City Readers defender trying to keep his footing and couldn't do it. And now Zabin will throw in. With 12 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the first half. Now Huber will take the throw in. Again, Palatine looking for something, and we get a whistle, and I believe it was an illegal throw in.
Foul throw in indeed.
Yes. Trying to get some momentum. I think he just got a little too much and went onto the field of play.
I mean, I don't recall a corner kick in the game so far.
No, hasn't been one.
Of the shots we've seen that have been legitimate scoring chances, aside from Petrosky's shot, most of them have really died in the water before they went over the end line.
Crouch with the left foot. Coming up is Jeff Zick, number 13. And Zick being marked, then we get a foul and another card.
I'm not sure if we got a card there.
You know, maybe it's just his hand up.
Yeah, I think so.
Honestly, it looked like he had an elbow.
That would be quick draw McGraw if he got it out of the back pocket quite that fast. And really, that was a challenge for the ball, but the kick is called against Joshua Pruch.
Turnus will take it for Palatine. Into the box, broken up by the defense and cleared by Granite City. Now we're being told that Jeff Hayes, number 23, not Kessler, number 22, got the assist on the goal. But again, as you said, Randy, it was nearly all Petrosky's work.
Offside there as Palatine tried to quickly advance that ball. And I believe that's our first offside of the game so far. It has not been a game that has produced many of those kind of situations.
Bristol getting some foot in the ball and holding some traction. Sturdivant for Granite City and kept in play by Granite City. Back it comes, that's Mills. Travis Mills trying to make something happen as the action now in the midfield. Mills being marked by Sharif Zabin. And here is Turnus back in for Palatine. Over it goes to Wallowik. Wallowik, number 6, has it taken away. And over the touchline, quick throw in for Huber. Huber. Again, still trying to control, marked by 3 Warriors. Now it's taken away.
Huber got a lot of attention there when he got the ball at the edge of the 18-yard box. And when there's 3 around you, your options are limited. And with this field, it's hard to take people on. You try and stick it between the legs or turn a defender or 2. But when you have to keep your eyes down on the ball, and that's really the big difference in this weather. Players are trained to dribble the ball without looking, but in this weather, when you're not sure what the ball is going to do, you have to keep looking down at the ball from time to time. That creates a situation where you can't spend as much time looking for the open man.
And again, whiffing on the shot for Granite City.
And Granite City will now get the direct kick with
Sturdivant setting it up, but it will be taken by Mills.
Well, Palatine looking to become state champions for the first time ever. Right now they're trailing.
Here's
1-0 score.
Pooch for Palatine. Looking for Zabin. Sharif Zabin with a nice move, but the defense comes through, and Scott Nemeth clears for Granite City. Back it comes past Sturdivant.
You saw the Palatine forwards running right back up. They were both caught in an offside position.
And Jeff Zick marking for Palatine. Down it comes. And here comes Granite City, and we get a foul.
Yeah, we are going to get a yellow card now. That was obvious dissent there after the foul. Just can't make a gesture like that to the referee.
And we won't show you what that is. There it is. There's the yellow card going against Wallowik, and Wallowik will have to sit down. Under 8 minutes to go here in the first half. 1-0 the score. Granite City leading on a goal at the 20-minute mark by Sean Petrosky, his 42nd of the season for the Warriors. Here a good opportunity for Granite City now as they watch Palatine set up the wall. Petrosky and Bukaric back there. We'll see who'll take it. It's Petrosky leaving it for Bukaric, and the wall stops him. Paulie Bukaric got a hard kick off, and now it comes back down. Looking in the middle once again, and there is Jamal.
Well, the referee blowing that down after it was handled by the keeper. And I don't know
what's going on there?
Going on here as he brings
another
the
card
over.
And this time it's going over to Jeff Zick.
Here's a look at the
another yellow card.
Opportunity. And the header comes right into the hands of Jamal. The card was handed out to
Jeff Zick.
Jeff Zick, and the officials aren't sure why, and neither am I, or the coaches rather.
Willie Fillion, the coach of Palatine, played soccer at Northern Illinois and was an assistant for several years here at Palatine before assuming the head coaching job. Gene Baker, of course, 23 years at Granite City, whether it was called Granite City or Granite City South. He's been in the same location.
What a great run, huh? You ever had the same job for 23 years, Mike?
How about 23 months,
How
Randy?
about 23 minutes for us in this business?
Oh my gosh.
It
Coming
can
up to
be
the 7-minute mark here, and let's leave the intramural stuff. All right, coming up to the 7-minute mark here at halftime. We'd like to tell you what's happening at halftime, but I tell you, I think it's going to be more rain.
We're going to just squeegee.
And you're invited to see it as we try to squeegee the field. I like your idea of the celebrity mud wrestling.
Yeah, you can watch Mike and I wring out our socks at halftime.
Oh,
That'll be
my.
wonderful.
All right, this is Matt Little for Granite City, along with Tim Harold for Palatine. Doug Lane for the Pirates. Again, trying to free the ball up, and again a whistle, foul called.
A little bit nasty there.
Palatine.
A little nasty on the far side there.
Tempers are getting short, especially on the Palatine side, and that's that's a mark of a team that really you can't lose your cool in this kind of a situation.
I tell you, for Granite City to have played their semifinal late today and then get the first goal, this is a huge confidence booster for them to lead it 1-0 right now.
Palatine after the handball. Palatine will get the direct kick. Ricky Turnus will take it. About the 40-yard mark. Under 6 minutes to go here, first half. Still 1-0 for Granite City. Palatine now trying to even the score. Chip up, looking for Huber. Crouch over there, number 9, but Bukaric clears for Granite City.
Palatine calling the players, at least on the field, asking for a handball call, and I thought I saw a handball as well at the edge of the 18-yard box by the Granite City defender. They didn't get the call.
Here, we'll see Tim Harold on the throw-in. Time running down, 5 minutes left to go in the first half. Harold looking inside and headed back away. So we'll do another throw in here. Now once again, it looked like
Harold having some real trouble
Yeah.
throwing the ball in there. Twice it was immediately intercepted.
Now Huber will do it. And Mike Huber throws it on net. And here's Huber again with an opportunity. Nice move around one player. Stopped by the defense inside. And cleared out by the defense. Jeff Hayes. And here comes Granite City. Doug Lane for Palatine now. Lane trying to keep the ball in the Granite City end. Crouch trying to work around Justin McMillan. There's Jeff Hayes for Granite City. Cleared out Zabin trying to maintain possession, and he does. Sharif Zabin. Now gets it down once again, looking for Huber, but headed away by Bukarich of Granite City. Granite City in what started out to be white jerseys. Red for Palatine, and here comes Sean Petrosky. Petrosky on a run, and nicely taken away by Palatine's Brian Zick.
That was great defense by Zick back there. Petrosky was on his horse. He's got deceptive speed, and he came barreling down that left side. Zick really the last line of defense there, and he just stood his ground at the corner of the box and knocked that away. Here's Petrosky, and you see his loping stride. Zick just kept his eye on the ball, stabbed in, and knocked it off of Petrosky's foot.
Coming up to the 3-minute mark here in the first half. Looking inside, cleared out by Palatine. Kept in by Matt Little of Granite City, and back it comes. Chris Jamal. And Jamal with the win gets a nice punt off. And it goes, look at Sturden. Oh my. And once again we get a foul call. This one's going to go against Tim Harrell.
You know, we saw there, Mike, how you can almost use these puddles as another player on the field because it deadens the ball so effectively that you can use it as another player. There's the foul there in the puddle, and then you see the little kick there by Tim Harrell just after the confrontation in midfield, and he's down on a knee now, a little frustrated in himself, I think. That's not Harrell, that is Joshua Pruch.
That's Joshua Pruch.
Pruch is limping now, a little banged up after.
Pruch, a real key for Palatine's midfield.
Oh, absolutely.
Senior leader, assisted on both goals in the semifinal.
He's going to come off.
You have to think about what Palatine's already accomplished. You know, in the mid-suburban North, a very tough conference, where the Pirates weren't given much of a preseason shot. But boy, they came through with 24 victories.
And then in the postseason, I mean, they swept through their regional. Then in the super sectional, they blew out Rockford Boylan 5-0. Pruch got a goal in that game.
Actually,
5-1, and Pruch got a goal in that game.
And then 4-1 over Peoria Notre Dame in the quarter. So they were scoring goals. And then against Sandburg, they did well. Action here coming up to the 2-minute mark, as once again we'll have a throw in from Granite City. There you can take a look at the Palatine road to the finals.
There you see that 5-1 score over Rockford Boylan, then 4-1 over Peoria Notre Dame, and then knocking out Sandburg, the defending state champions.
Yeah, I don't think they beat Collinsville. That's not their sectional.
Granite City, in fact, beat Collinsville.
Yeah,
that's the team that knocked them out last year.
Yeah, Granite City and Collinsville, the fabulous downstate rivalry. Warriors and the Jayhawks. Final minute 30 here in the first half. Granite City on the 1 goal has the lead in the slop at Friend High School. Wolowick for Palatine. Throw it for the Pirates. More exciting water sports coming up at halftime. You better believe that. 60 seconds to go here.
The rain has let up a little bit. The wind hasn't, but at least it's not coming down in buckets like it has.
You told me that Roberta told you, Roberta Gonzalez, of course, Randy's spouse and weather person, that we're going to get it even worse than this.
Well, she called it right from the kickoff.
Maybe we got to bring her out here and have her put up or shut up, you know?
I could get a halftime update from her.
Well, now it seems to have cleared a little bit. The rain is down a little more of a trickle. The wind has stopped. You can actually see in front of you, and that'll be just in time for halftime to come.
She did assure me that it would remain dark throughout the game.
Yeah, okay. It's the old George Carlin Weird Willie West forecast.
Hippy-dippy weatherman.
Oh. Final seconds here in the first half, and Granite City will go to the locker room with a 1-0 lead in its quest for still another state championship, but it's first in 4 years. That's the end of the first half from Friend High School with the score: the Warriors of Granite City 1, the Palatine Pirates 0. The fans are having a good time. They can't get much wetter, so what's the point? You're saturated, let's enjoy it. We'll be back with some highlights of the first half and more after this. All right, back for second half action. Before we get started, let's take a look at the one big highlight, the goal coming at the 20-minute mark for Granite City. Petrosky.
Yeah, Jeff Hayes played it into him, and there's Sean Petrosky. Watch him do it all alone. First, he gets by number 12, Doug Lane, and then Scott Boynton is the last line of defense in front of Jamal, the goalkeeper, and it caroms off Jamal's body into the back of the net. Only goal by Petrosky at the 20-minute mark, his 43rd of the year, giving Granite City a 1-0 lead.
Well, you look at the stats, Randy. No corner kicks is an interesting statistic, but I think what is also very telling, the number of fouls. And you can see yellow cards were plentiful. 5 shots on goal, 6 to 4 in favor of the Warriors, and 5 saves for the Pirates. Chris Jamal. We'll have second half action for you in just a minute.
There's a new pet.
Second half action here at Fremd High School. It is still soaking wet. The field saturated. The rain for the moment has slackened. You can see the cheerleaders from Granite City. They have come all the way from near St. Louis. But I tell you, they travel well. That team brings a lot of folks, a lot of supporters, and certainly they've had a lot of experience coming up here to state with all those titles.
It's actually stopped raining. It's actually kind of balmy out there.
Well, you know, let's go sit in the stands or something. Okay, Granite City in the white, Palatine in the red. Granite City's Warriors leading 1-0 on the goal by Sean Petrosky back in the first half. And again, I'm sure if Willie Fillion told his players anything, it was to keep their tempers in check, because they are not going to win if they lose their cool. Coming up once again, this is Petrosky for Granite City, and played out by Ricky Turnus, and back it comes. And the sliding play there by Scott Nemeth. I think one of the judges gave him a 6.5 on that dive right there. Beautiful thing. Oh my.
You can see that. Yeah. Standing water is still standing.
Matt Wilson actually did it, the belly flop. Ball gets by, and here comes Petrosky with a little bit of an edge. Left foots it, and right on goal, but Jamal is there.
Now, Chris Jamal had that one measured and got down on it, but boy, Petrosky has great one-on-one skills at the edge of the box. We saw it there again. Same spot that at the other end he scored his goal, or at least he initiated his goal-scoring run from.
Huber kicks it out to the right wing, looking for Sharif Zabin, and Zabin has the ball go over the touchline. We'll take a look at Petrosky's play here.
Look at him again here. He's got 2 defenders around him, makes the fake to the right, cuts it back, and watch the powerful left foot shot. He gets behind it, and with that wet grass, it kind of skips toward the goal, but Jamal had it well figured.
Throw in here coming as we go back to live action for Palatine. Coming across. And again, ball out of bounds. Mike Huber will take the throw in. Huber been held in check by Granite City. You can see Huber gets a long distance away on the track, looking for oomph on the throw in, and pounds it down. And I believe once again we go to whistle.
Offside, or actually they're going to call it illegal throw. Tell you,
Illegal
Huber is
throw
doing
is.
something very smart with the throw-ins, in my opinion, is he's throwing them down onto the grass rather than trying to throw them directly to a target. He's trying to skip them off the wet grass in the 6-yard box, and I'll tell you, if he gets another couple of opportunities like that, we could see a broken play develop into a goal for Palatine as a result of that.
Zabin here on the throw in will take it. And Huber goes into the box. Looks down for Iguez.
Well, here we go. He's going to get another throw in from that same side. And let's see if he does the same thing.
Iguez goes into the box along with Zabin. Also number 16, you'll see him there, Tim Harrell. Now watch Harrell coming in toward the far post.
Well, he didn't make that.
Nope. Played out now by Granite City. And taken by the Warriors. Nice sliding tackle there, but the ball goes out of bounds. Doug Lane, ball going over the touchline and played in quickly by the Warriors. You can see how experienced these Gene Baker teams are. They waste no time. They get the ball in play. And looking again for Bukarich. And here is Paulie Bukarich. Bukarich still, but cannot control, and it'll be a goal kick.
Now some good defense back there against that man, number 21, Paulie Bukarich.
Well, Bukarich is you can see the heavy brace he's got on his knee, which really hampered his development. He had some knee surgery back in June, and it really hurt him. But he's still quite a player. He's been on the varsity since his freshman year for Gene Baker. Back it comes. This is Tim Harold.
This is onside.
Harold once again coming up onside. And Iguez just couldn't quite get there.
I'll tell you, Bristol played that well because, again, that water deadened the ball, and Iguez almost was able to catch up with it.
Wallowit couldn't keep the ball in play. And Granite City will get a throw in. Boy, this is every mother's dream, that kind of dirty laundry. Wow, Matt Wilson will throw in right here.
I'll tell you, had anyone anticipated this could have been a tremendous commercial for one of the major soap manufacturers.
Yeah. He gives it to Reeder, and this is Jonathan Reeder. Looking down, and once again they'll throw in with Wallowit. The broadcast rights for the Illinois High School Association Soccer Championship have been granted to Sports Channel by the Illinois High School Association. Any reproduction or rebroadcast of this event without the express written consent of Sports Channel and the IHSA is prohibited. You want to read the disclaimer too, Randy? You always get to read it.
Could I read it next time?
Next time. All right, here we go. Back it comes. Granite City trying to mount an attack. And Palatine. Joshua Crouch, number 9. Taken away by Granite City's Bukarich again. Paulie goes down. And we're going to get a whistle here.
Oh, there's some throwing of the mud. Don't often see that, do you?
Talk about mudslinging there. Not going to work. Down it goes again onside, but Granite City controls here. Now taken away by Palatine. This is Huber. Huber ridden off by the Warriors. And Palatine still trying to keep up the pressure. Doug Lane trying to send it up for Tim Harold in front. And Huber could not control. Cleared out by the defense, Scott Neiman. Palatine getting a second wind over here. Played by Ricky Turnus. And back to Harold, taken by Crouch. Crouch has it taken away nicely by Travis Mills.
Oh, that was a nice play by Mills. Crouch almost went catapulting right over top of him, but Mills just got his toe out, stuck that ball away, and now Granite City will get it back on the throw-in.
Corey Kessler, number 23, to throw in. Taken by Wallowit. Looking up for Huber, and Huber left foots it, but just a couple of white jerseys there.
Well, an offside flag came up.
Did they? There was no real advantage there, no real danger for Granite City. They had the ball surrounded, but the offside call made.
Iguez came out of the midfield as Huber tried to get that into the open space. He did, but Iguez offside on that far side of the field.
Mills blasting it down, looking for Matt Little, number 18 for Granite City. In front is Reeder. And Jeff Hayes, number 23. Granite City to the attack. Taken away nicely by Wallowit, number 6, and back come the Pirates. Except Wallowit went down, Crouch went down again. And here comes Granite City. It looks like Nazinski, and he is being fought off. Quickly in front, centering, looking for the Granite City attack. Petrosky, and it's taken away by Palatine. Again, you saw the quick restart, Randy, that Granite City always likes to get.
And it almost worked for them, too. This game is starting to really pick up here. The pace has really the increase now that the rain's gone. Here's Petrosky.
In front, Sean Petrosky is being dogged by Lane, who marks him and takes the ball away. But back it comes now. 2 players go down. The referee says play on, and it comes to Huber. And Mike Huber makes a nice move. He's onside. He's got a player with him.
Oh, what a pass through the
Nice
legs.
pass by Huber, and back it comes. Once again, Harold tries to keep it going for Palatine, but taken away by Reeder and Nizinski of Granite City. Sharif Zabin, number 3 for Palatine, along with Ricky Turnus for the Pirates. Palatine trying to even the score here. They trail 1-0. The only goal by Sean Petrosky 20 minutes in.
Both these teams have their legs now. They both played earlier today. They both had tough matches, particularly Palatine, but the pace is really quickened.
Up it comes to Matt Little. Little sending it down and out of the nets.
Well, the wind has really died down too, Mike. You know, it's going to get sunny any second
I
here.
can understand that. I just want to send a giant helicopter, maybe dry the field off.
There's a miss kick.
Ryan Zick had the problem. And now it looks like we're going to have our first corner kick of the evening.
And
Did they
might
call it,
stay as a throw in deep, but let's wait and see.
It's very close to the goal line. Let's see what they do.
I think they're going to throw it in. Boy, I tell you, you make a mistake in the back like they did right there, Palatine, and Sean Petrosky is right there. They were oh so fortunate that number 19 didn't get his foot to the ball. It will be a throw in.
Reeder looks to near post. And a little juggling right there. But I believe the ball went past the goal line.
It did. It went out directly off the throw in.
30 minutes to go here in regulation. A momentary whistle. And while we have a moment, I'd like to thank our spotters for both schools. Pete Jaskowiak for the Palatine Pirates. Scott Mills for the Granite City Warriors. We certainly appreciate you even more on an evening like this. Action continues. That obviously is the wettest part of the field.
Yeah, I'd say.
It's a good thing they don't have any more football games on here this year. They might get the Soldier Field sod in if they really have a problem. Played up to Huber, and Huber tries to play it back. And you see how the ball died right in front of Tim Harold. And nice sliding play by Matt Wilson. You think there's going to be a fight to be first in the shower tonight? I gotta tell you.
Hopefully there's hot water, Mike.
Yeah. We certainly hope so. Palatine throw in to Turnus, and back it comes.
Now, either the game has really picked up or we can just see it now.
Yeah.
I tell you, it was very difficult.
I think it's a combination, Randy.
Yeah, it was almost impossible to see, even for us in the broadcast booth here, what precisely was going on. It was coming down so hard.
Foul call.
Both these teams are, though, doing some nice stuff here, advancing the ball. Just the ability to control inside the 18-yard box has continued to be very difficult throughout the game, but we're seeing much better build-ups from both teams offensively.
Turnus set for the kick. Hooks it around. And Palatine again trying to mount the attack with Tim Harold. Our next IHSA championship on Sports Channel will be the girls Class A and Class AA volleyball. You'll see it live, I say live, next Saturday at 7 o'clock.
Well, this is a good chance here for Palatine on the free kick. Turnus standing over the ball, and you know he'll be looking for number 20, Huber. Huber right now, far edge of the 18-yard box.
Looking inside for Huber, headed away. Once again Turnus, and once again a nice play. It looked like by his opposite number 11, Matt Wilson. And now Huber will again test maybe that skip throw-in. He's got Harold over there, far post. And coming in is Equalizes in front. And once again, Granite City starts to clear. Palatine, though, Jeff Hayes makes the play for Granite City. Palatine tries to keep up the pressure, but cleared to Granite City. Onside is Sean Petrosky, but taken away by Brian Zick.
Well, Zick just stayed far enough back to control Petrosky, but boy, number 19 is an imposing figure up there. He has the only goal of the game so far, back at the 20-minute mark of the first half.
Well, you have to really appreciate what Granite City can do. They trailed St. Charles deep into the second half, 2-0, and came back with 2 goals within 4 minutes, and then they won it in the shootout. Petrosky, gets a goal and an assist, and then gets the winning penalty kick in the shootout. So this is a team that really lives by its defense, but offensively, you never know when it will strike, and strike quickly.
And I think we're going to get a corner kick here now.
My gosh, all kinds of things. 26 minutes left in regulation. And Granite City will take the corner kick. And that looks like Matt Little going over there.
Is this the first corner kick of the game? I think so, Mike.
Yeah, we've been looking for one.
And they play it a short.
Looking in front. Sharif Zabin tries to take it away. Down goes a Granite City player, and ball goes over the sideline, and it'll be a throw-in for the Granite City Warriors. They lead this state championship final 1-0, looking for their 11th state title in 23 seasons of state competition. This tournament has gone on since 1972. Granite City won the first, and they've won 9 others. Here come the Warriors again, as Matt Wilson has it cleared by Tim Harold of Palatine. Ball stops dead once again between Travis Mills and Tim Harold. Back it comes. It'll be a throw in here in front of Jeff Zick. Zick is playing with he had a head wound in the semifinal. Had some stitches. And didn't think he played enough.
You got to love a guy who plays with a head wound.
Oh, you do. What you kind of wonder sometimes now, especially with what's been happening with all the concussions and things, especially to young players. But the coaches and the players and parents make the right decisions.
I don't know, just before kickoff here with the rain pelting down on us and hooked up to electrical equipment, I kind of thought, maybe I might have a head wound. That's why I'm doing this. But
24 minutes to go here in regulation. Granite City in white, leading 1-0. Palatine again looking for the equalizer.
Right now they're doing a fair share of defending Palatine, because Granite City, while I think they gave a little bit back to Palatine in the first 10 minutes of the second half, they have turned up the offense a little bit here, and they're forcing Palatine back into their own defensive third. And quite honestly, Palatine has to start thinking about pushing forward here awfully soon. They've got 23.5 minutes left in regulation here to try and equalize, and at some point those midfielders and even the defenders are going to have to push up, and that's where Petrosky can really start hurting you.
And trying to play from behind against Granite City is not easy. They will pack that box. They will certainly go into a defensive shell. And this is a team that, again, hasn't been to the state championship for 4 years, but is a very experienced club. Coming in front and overshooting is Petrosky.
Well, he showed a nice ability there from long range. Most of what we've seen him do so far in this game is take people on at the edge of the box, but that time Petrosky just letting it go from about 26 yards and just about bending that one low enough to go in.
Little for Granite City. Boynton taking it away, and here Jeff Hayes is dueling with Sharif Zabin. Now we get a foul against Zabin, and we get a little pushing, shoving right there. Tony Costantino didn't see it, but Travis Mills will take the free kick for Granite City. Petrosky in front, cleared by Palatine. Jeff Zick tries to play it out once again. Granite City. Brzezinski, number 25. Steve Logan, you can see he's just come in with a white uniform jersey. number 14 for Granite City, a junior. And Travis Mills tries to play it back to Logan, goes a little bit too far, and Palatine comes up with it. Jeff Zick. Well, you're right, Randy. Granite City keeping the action.
And I really like Gene Baker for this kind of strategy. I mean, you could quite easily, as you suggested, make it 1-0, pack it in, and in these conditions probably be satisfied with that. But Baker's got these guys coming forward, and it's working out to be the best defense because Palatine is, well, for the last 4 or 5 minutes has been lucky to advance the ball past the halfway line. They just can't get anything going because of this attack by Granite City.
There the kick by Harold goes past the midline, but just as quickly comes back as Granite City and Matt Little get the kick down.
Look at that, 3 defenders around 1 guy, but Petrovsky still gets a gasp from the crowd whenever the ball comes near him and gets all that attention. And he showed us he has the ability to beat people 1-on-1, 1-on-2, and in the case of the goal, really 1-on-3.
Yeah, and I can't get over the power he put into that goal, and he wasn't planted. I mean, there's no traction there. And he boomed that kick off the keeper, Chris Jamal, and found the right corner where, in fact, Jamal had it stopped. "20 minutes, 30 seconds to go, regulation here, second half." Corey Kessler trying to break it up for Granite City, and once again we'll have a throw in.
Well, they've been rotating. Sorry.
Go ahead.
They've been rotating the soccer ball here throughout the game. These are supposed to be waterproof leather soccer balls, but with this type of precipitation and standing water on the field, they've been rotating 6 different balls throughout the game, wiping them down, keeping them dry, and bringing new balls onto the field throughout.
The rain does continue. There is precipitation. Down goes a Palatine player. Referee lets him play, and we'll have a throw in here for the Pirates. So the rain has been consistent all day today, most of the night last night. And from what I hear, this field is a lot better now than Conant was when they had to play the quarterfinals there in the evening. Moving the games originally scheduled here, try to save the field for the final.
Willie Fillion was a little critical of the decision to move the game to a field that was worse than this one, in his opinion, and I don't doubt that it was, but I venture to guess that this would have been absolutely horrible field conditions had they played a couple of games on here before.
Well, they moved a total of 4 games, plus canceling the third place game. So can you imagine 5 games on this field in this weather? You'd be ready to plow it. You couldn't play on it.
It's really coming down hard again now, and the wind has picked up, and the umbrellas are all up in the crowd.
And you can hear the rain pelting into the microphones at field level. Coming down is Palatine here. Petrovsky trying to get there, but Brian Zick had it ahead of him. Once again, Steve Logan.
Well, I'll tell you, Palatine's really up against it here now. They've got the wind and the rain in their face. They're down by a goal, and they came on strong for about a 15-minute stretch to start the second half. Granite City was able to withstand it.
Dueling 3 Warriors, Jonathan Crouch, and Crouch gets the call. Nice play by the senior midfielder. And back it comes. You see the ball stopping dead right near the midline. And up it comes.
Seagulls,
once again, Petrovsky. And over the touchline it goes.
Yeah.
You know, before the game, since the players couldn't be on it, there were a whole bunch of gulls that were nesting on the field. Quite an interesting sight. Very peaceful. But once the players came off, you bet the gulls took off in a hurry. 18 minutes left to go. Just little sidelight things we give you. No extra charge here on Sports Channel.
Absolutely spellbinding material, Mike.
I understand.
I tell you, this is I'm shocked at the amount of people here. I really am. These are superb fans, and obviously there's parents of players here and supporters of the tournament throughout. But these people really stuck out a horrible night.
Well, the number of people coming is a tribute to the hard work that these kids have put in. Also, you've driven here from Granite City for 5 hours. You're not going to let a little rainstorm stop you.
Absolutely not.
Throw in for the Warriors.
Although it didn't help the Bears on Monday.
No. They should have gone to Granite City.
Now we got some rather physical play in midfield here, and
Foul is going to go against Palatine.
there was a foul right before it that the referee didn't see, and that was the retaliation foul. But fortunately for the players involved, no cards.
Fremd High School, there's the stands. And you can see there your usual exhibitionists there.
Wind chill factor probably of high 30s. Who needs a jacket?
Yeah, that's right. Coming down is Travis Mills for Granite City, and it'll come back the other way with 16 minutes 40 seconds to go in regulation. Only goal of the game, Sean Petrosky for Granite City, assisted by Jeff Hayes at exactly the 20-minute mark.
Well, we promised you this would not be a high-scoring game, and
we didn't lie.
Has not been so far.
Logan goes down. Again, no call, and
there's a foul.
Logan gets back. We get a foul called here. It goes against Palatine. So Granite City does get some retribution there for the first non-call. And let's see, we're going to get the direct kick. Probably Travis Mills will take it. Looks like him. It is. And this time a throw-in coming for Granite City.
Well, Granite City won the first ever IHSA Boys Soccer Championship, and they're
1972.
trying to make it number 11 here tonight, and right now they're in good shape. I can't recall a good scoring chance for Palatine here in the last 15 minutes at least. Huber has rarely touched the ball in the last 15 minutes. And that's really where Palatine is going to do the damage if they get the ball up to number 20, and they just have not been able to isolate him and really advance the ball much at all.
Mike Huber, 30 goals, 11 assists, 71 points for the season. But he has been well marked this evening.
Huber right there. He showed up for the pass, but it just was wrong side of him. He was marked up pretty tightly, and now he'll try and throw it in.
There's Huber again getting the pounding technique, pounding the ball down on the ground. Plays it into Jeff Zick, number 13. Zick trying to leave it off for Harold. And back out to Huber. And this time, last touch by Palatine. So Granite City again on the restart, looking down for Petrosky. Cleared out. Well, again, you can see the ball just stops dead in its tracks. Nice play coming through by Lane for Palatine.
Yeah, you can take those diving headers when you know you're going to land in a mud puddle.
Nice.
It's not going to hurt.
Nice and soft. Lane again frustrates Petrosky. Right now, we'll tell you the Thanksgiving weekend. Oh boy, here we go again. The IHSA Football Championships once again on Sports Channel. All 6 games, Class 1A through Class 6A. We're going to start it live 10 o'clock Friday. Catch all the football right here, the Football Fest on Sports Channel. We'll be there. And we should have all sorts of good action. And this is the first year of the expanded IHSA season. Team seedings and the end of the Wednesday, Saturday, first and second round back-to-back games. Should be seeing some good football. We have already. Justin McMillan for Granite City. Up to Huber. It comes for Palatine. And Mike Huber, a whistle right there. And call will go against the Pirates once again.
Well, I tell you, the coldest player on the field has to be Mike Bristol, the Granite City goalkeeper. He has not touched the ball in a long, long time, and has basically just been kind of standing around and pacing around areas right there. Really trying to stay warm and also trying to stay focused on the game, because if Palatine can get the ball downfield and you've got kind of a cold goalkeeper back there, anything can happen. But it's been rather lonely for Bristol down at the other end.
Once again now we'll have a throw in deep in Palatine territory as the clock ticks down to 12 minutes remaining. Gene Baker and the Granite City Warriors on their way to another title. Here comes the throw in right to the near post, looking for Petrosky. Cleared out by Palatine and a miss kick by Granite City. It looked like Matt Little whiffed on it. And here comes Palatine trying to mount something, but the ball goes too far past Equalizes. Brian Zick had teed off.
Yeah, Zick just hurried his pass a little bit. He was trying to advance that ball because he saw the breakdown by Granite City after that whiff in midfield, but Zick just misplayed it out of play on the near side.
Warriors again will throw in with Matt Wilson. Wilson again looking inside, running away with it. Ricky Turnus trying to get it up to center over to Zabin. Sharif Zabin has it taken away nicely by Travis Mills. And over here to Justin McMillan, who's back in the game, and up to Petrosky. Sean Petrosky with a little bit of room right here. Look out. And taken away. He was marked by 3 Pirates. Finally, Jeff Zick came in to clear, but back comes Granite City. Scott Neiman this time. Once again, you saw Sean Petrosky's mobility for the big guy.
And again, right at that corner of the 18-yard box, and he's made the same turn each and every time he's gotten free there, but it keeps working for him.
Wilson for Granite City. Run off by Brian Zick, and down it comes. And once again, Huber frustrated by the Warriors. And back here, Jeff Zick going with Justin McMillan. And Granite City will maintain possession on the throw-in. We are down now to 10 minutes, 20 seconds. Reeder, who's handled the throw-ins, or most of them for the Warriors. Sent down all the way by Mills, over the goal line.
Well, it's getting down to that time now where Palatine is going to have to start sending bodies forward in numbers. Willie Filion's team really with 9.5 and ticking down here need a goal, and they need to get something going into the 18-yard box of Granite City, and it hasn't been happening in the second half.
And as you mentioned, Randy, they've got the wind at their face.
At least the rain has stopped for them again.
Sliding stop by Granite City. And we'll have the throw in here by Brian Zick. Steve Logan making a lot of plays, getting his uniform dirty as soon as he's got one.
Foul away from the ball that time. Called against number 13, Jeff Zick. So Granite City gets the ball back again.
Matt Little sets it up, but it will be Travis Mills who will take the kick. Under 9 minutes to go here. You can see the advantage to the wind here. Petrosky trying to ride off Turnus.
Did a good job there to get the corner kick out of it.
And now here
And a big target player like that who can hold the ball, he can buy situations like this down at the end line, and that's what Petrosky did right there. He just forced the kick out, and now the corner.
Nizinski will set it up. Petrosky, the far post working inside, and taken by Jamal directly.
Nice little touch.
Here's Huber. And Huber marked by Travis Mills, who's played a marvelous game in the backfield.
Boy, how do you pick up who committed the foul in all that mess? Look at these guys. They are just
My guess
filthy.
is the last one up off the pile.
Guy with the most mud on him, I guess, was the recipient.
Well, you know the mothers of these kids are just going to love to do the laundry, huh? No, the dads. Let's be fair.
I do a little laundry amount around my place.
I do too. I'm in trouble.
Say.
All right.
Always remember, put the bleach in after. Don't put it in before.
And don't mix colors. And okay, here we go in front. Good opportunity here for Iguez. Down in front, and the ball is right in front. And Palatine's Huber wanted a call and didn't get it.
Brian Huber had the ball on his right foot there, and again, this sloppy field is the reason this game isn't tied right now. Watch the ball come off the pass here, right to Huber in front. There's Huber as the goalkeeper comes out. He had it on his right foot, and it just slipped by him in the mud.
And Bristol coming up big right there. He saw what he had to do, and again, the ball, because of the weather conditions, favored Granite City. 6 minutes, 45 seconds to go in regulation. Again, a missed kick. Again, Huber with an opportunity, but he's among 4 Warriors. And
He was
we get a
fouled,
whistle, but a foul right there, top of the about 30-yard mark, and Granite City player is down. We'll try to see who that is.
Believe it or not, it's tough to pick up the number.
Yeah, he says he's okay. And it's Matt Little. No, it's Matt Wilson, number 11.
Now there's Huber. He gets the ball to his left foot, and then you see the obstruction right there on the
Now,
push.
Gene Baker's come out on the field, and I don't know what's happening here, but Gene Baker's hot.
Baker, you're right.
Gene is talking to the official, and he is not the least bit happy.
He doesn't like the call because this is a great free kick chance here for Palatine.
And Gene better, well, he's walking off now. You know, Gene Baker, certainly a man with a lot of experience, and you don't want to come out there and raise a ruckus with your team leading 1-0 unless you feel like you've got a really good case where you've really been jobbed. Either way, Gene retreats. And now, Huber and the Palatine Pirates will have the opportunities. They set up here with Zabin, number 3, Huber, number 20, Doug Lane, number 12. And we'll see how they work this set piece, Randy.
Well, even Petrovsky came back to join the wall here. And this is a critical moment here now for Granite City, trying to protect this 1-0 lead. Down under 7 minutes left now, 6.5.
This is Zabin, Huber, Harold, and here comes Huber trying to sweep it through. And what a play made by Mike Bristol. You talked about Bristol having to be ready. This game had tie written all over it, but a sweep by Bristol, and he made the save.
Now another look at it. Huber got all of this, and just at the last moment, Bristol able to push it away. Could have been headed to that far post. Now the corner.
Looking again inside. And here comes Bristol again.
He's been very sharp here in this sequence, jumping off the line there and just darting to that loose ball and smothering the Palatine opportunity.
Mike Bristol with not much of a challenge so far. Certainly had that all made up in the last 30 seconds. Scott Boynton sending the ball out. There he is, Bristol, a senior keeper. And now here comes Sean Petrovsky, leaving it up for Bukarich.
Petrovsky complaining there. He took a pretty hard knock in the middle of the field, went down, but didn't get any sympathy from the referee. Here comes Palatine again.
One more time, it's Wallowik, number 6, John Wallowik again. Down he goes with a big splash as Matt Little got to him. And now a little bit of pushing and shoving right here, and the official moves in quickly. And once again, Wallowik had something to say to Matt Little. And now we may get some discussion here.
Now Wallowik
is Wallowik being calmed down.
Getting a talking to. He's not been carded. Here's another look. Wallowik with the ball, and he got whacked pretty hard there and went face first into the mud, and that'll tick you off. And I think you saw his aggression coming out after that play, and for no other reason.
Turner sets the ball up, quickly cleared out by Granite City. Keeper out of the Bulldogs to play it, and look out, here comes Sean Petrosky. Petrosky still dribbling and has the ball elude him and still going down. It's an absolute mess out there.
Oh, what a nightmare in front of the 18-yard box there.
Down goes Wallowik again, and he felt he was tripped up and didn't get a call.
Threw a
And in
handful.
that case, he certainly had a good complaint.
And in each case, it's been Justin Bernay who's been on the delivering end, and now Bernay, he may get a card here for that. Or check that, it's Matt Little.
Yeah.
It is Little, you're right. Now, here's the play again, and there's Little coming in. Oh, that's a nasty tackle. And that was very deserving of a yellow.
And that's happened a couple of times, and Wallowik was hot, had a right to be. And finally did get the call, but took a lot of mud first. A lot of pain, too. Here's Brian Zick. Try to set something up now with under 5 minutes to go in regulation. Palatine trails 1-0 with the free kick. Down it comes, cleared back by Granite City. Up to Zick, Brian Zick. Coming up is Iguez, Paul Iguez, number 5, and he loses control to Granite City's McMillan. And we get a foul called against Palatine. 4 minutes, 10 seconds to go, Randy.
And these last 4 minutes of regulation are going to be played in a pretty steady rain. It's come back, and now this really works to Granite City's favor again. They have again held off the Palatine attack, which really has been rather unrelenting the last 5 minutes.
Palatine got that second wind, and the Pirates have been trying to put something together. Had an excellent chance with Huber's shot saved brilliantly by Mike Bristol. And then a couple of calls that Palatine felt it should have gotten. Didn't happen. Stalled the attack. Under 4 minutes now. Throw in once again. They look for Petrosky. Coming in front. And this will be a goal kick for Palatine.
I think they may give this corner.
Do they? They're lining up that way. Okay. It will be a corner, absolutely, Randy. Clock running, 3:10. And there you see. The corner kick coming up right here. They swing it out. And back it comes. Under 3 minutes. And this time, it'll be a goal kick for Palatine. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go in regulation. Palatine has got to mount a charge here. They trail it 1-0.
Well, Jamal's just got to get this down the field, and then everybody with red on, head after the ball, because it is time to try and do anything you can to equalize here.
See how the wind holds it up and then knocks the ball down. Palatine trying to move. It goes past Zabin. There's Zabin, Sharif Zabin, and he is fouled by Granite City.
And now you just keep one man back on defense, and everybody else ought to head forward. And that's what they're doing. Everybody on the attack now.
Jamal is telling his teammates to move up, and here they go. Once again, the ball just dies in the puddle.
Get it in the air. That's what Palatine needs to do.
Looking for
Get that
Brian
ball
Zick,
up for
and
Huber.
again it's cleared, and an excellent play by Granite City. And we get a foul call once again against the Warriors, against Petrosky, but the clock now a big factor. 1:40 to go. Wallowik. 90 seconds left in regulation. Plays it up to Brian Zick. Zick looking for Pruch. Pruch to the side. There's the clock in the right-hand corner, coming down to the final 60 seconds. And once again cleared out by the Warriors, but a nice play coming in by Lane, Doug Lane. There's your time. Here comes Palatine once again with Zabin. Can't do it now. Looking up, Jepsic tees it up. Now we get a goal kick for the Warriors, and it's under a minute to go.
That ought to be enough for Granite City. They tried to get the ball up front for number 20, Huber. Just too much under it on that last attempt, and Huber frustrated that he just hasn't had the service that he'd hoped for.
Well, Granite City knows what it feels like to win a championship on this field. They've done it twice before. The last time in 1987, it took them 4 overtimes. This time, it should be regulation.
Well, wait.
One last time, here's Huber with a shot. And Huber ties it.
Oh,
Just
my
as
goodness.
we spoke, 20 seconds left, and Mike Huber held in check for 79 minutes and 40 seconds, ties it up at 1.
Well, we talked about the service he hadn't been getting, and he finally got it, as Huber showed why he deserves to be right up there with Petrovsky as one of the outstanding scorers in this state. And we're tied, and I think we're headed to overtime, Mike.
Well, we've got a goal in the 79th minute, and we'll show it to you again. And what service this is. Let's see who gave him the assist.
Well, the missed kick occurred right
Ricky
there in the midfield.
Yeah, Ricky Turnus, number 11, with a beautiful pass over the head, and here's Huber.
And Huber just depositing it in the back of the net, right foot, as the goalkeeper had come way out. Bristol challenging the shooter there, but Huber buried it.
And just like that, when everything seemed to be going Granite City's way, we are going to overtime, tied at 1. That's the end of regulation. The fans are wet, but they're pumped. We'll be back with the first overtime period. We'll explain the overtime situation right after this.
Northern Illinois.
Welcome back to Palatine. There you see at the end of regulation, and so near yet so far for Granite City. They had this game won with 20 seconds to go. Then Palatine got the break, and Mike Huber certainly made the most of it, Randy.
Yeah, the 16-year-old junior sure did. Off a scramble in midfield, Ricky Turnus right there. Look at the ball, perfectly placed over the defender, over the right shoulder of Huber, and he just hammers it into the back of the goal past Mike Bristol. With but 20 seconds left in regulation. Really, Palatine had been coming on in spurts in the second half, but it took until within the last minute for them to equalize. There's the summary. Petrovsky with the only goal of the game up to that point in the 20th minute, and then in the 80th minute. It is Huber with his 31st goal of the year, and now we go to the first overtime, the first of potentially 4 10-minute sudden death overtime.
Right, but the next goal wins. They will play as many as 4 sudden death overtimes, or as they call it in the IHSA, sudden victory. Then, if necessary, they'll go to a shootout. We'll explain that if that comes along. Meanwhile, Mike Huber had a goal in the 79th minute to break a tie in the quarterfinal. And here, he gives his team new life in the state championship. Palatine has never won a state title. They finished 3rd in 1990. Granite City, as we've been telling you, has 10 state championships, the most of any school in Illinois. And right away, we've got some activity here with the throw-in for Palatine. Looking in front again.
That was Turnus flicking it on, and he's really becoming an important key here.
Corner kick coming up now, Randy, as Justin McMillan had the ball go off him. And Tim Harold will tee it up. Again, they look for number 20 on the corner kick. Harold swings it right in front. Good effort. And Bristol was there.
Another corner.
Once again, Harold. Again, they go in front, and Bristol is there. No, it goes through. It goes through, and Palatine has won. Mike Bristol seemed to have the ball, but it eludes him, and Granite City is absolutely shocked. And look at the scene in red. They don't care if it's raining. They don't care if it's muddy. They don't care if it's soaking wet. Palatine is the state champion in soccer, and they did it in 1:28 of overtime.
What an incredible finish to this state championship game. Granite City seemingly had this thing won. Less than a minute left. Huber ties it, and less than 2 minutes into the first overtime, Palatine wins it. This is absolutely stunning.
Let's check the replay on the goal, and we'll see. I believe it's Ricky Turnus, but let's see if we can pick out who actually gets the goal.
Well, Harold had so many chances hammering it in. It's not Turnus.
No,
It looks like Brian Zick. Still trying to pick up who it is.
I believe it's
Is it
Zabin.
Wallowik?
Is it Wallowik? It's either Wallowik or Zabin. Yeah, I think it's Wallowik.
Wallowik, who was tossed and thrown onto the field near the end of the game and was so frustrated, seems to have scored the winning goal. It's so hard to pick it up with the jersey so dirty, but I think it was number 6 Wallowik.
For Wallowik, if it is indeed he, his 8th goal of the season. And let's see if in fact that's the story. We're going to go back one more time.
Well, there's the corner, and Harold kept hammering him in. He got 2 corners in a row, and he's so good at the set play. You slow it down at the far post, right there, headed down onto the grass.
It is Wallowik.
It is Wallowik. Wallowik gets the winner in the first overtime as he just headed it down onto the turf and past the stunned Granite City goalkeeper, Mike Bristol, who gives up 2 goals in the last 3 minutes of their season.
For John Wallowik, it continues a streak. He had a goal in the semifinal to tie the game. He had a goal in the quarterfinal. He re-injured a knee in the semi. They did not think he'd even play tonight. And he was a surprise starter. And he certainly was a surprise finisher.
What a day for Palatine. They get to the final, knocking off the state champions, seemingly out of this thing with a minute left. They equalize, win it in absolutely thrilling fashion. This may be one of the most stunning state final finishes ever in IHSA history.
81-28, the 82nd minute, the time of the goal for John Wallowik, the 5'8" senior. And let me tell you, talk about turnabout. He absolutely had it.
First and second place trophies and
For
awards.
Willie Fillion, what an achievement. Palatine High, your new state champions. We'll be back for the trophy presentations and a wrap-up right after this. A shocked Granite City Warriors team receiving a second place trophy. Sean Petrosky holding it high, certainly an outstanding achievement. But for only 20 seconds, they would be waiting to receive the winner's trophy. What a finish, Randy Holmes.
Well, I'll tell you, this has got to be just like a shot through the heart for these players from Granite City. They played a tremendous game under absolutely brutal conditions here today. But they learned very brutally that it's an 80-minute game in the IHSA. It's not a 79-minute game. And they played brilliantly until the final 3 minutes of their year when really it became all Palatine.
It's interesting because they are such a school team. Gene Baker teaches these kids it is an 80-minute game. You must always concentrate. You must always take the advantage when you can. And Gene Baker, when he felt, I have never seen him come out on the field like that, when he felt he had a bad call or a call go against him. And then it seemed that picked Palatine up because Palatine, in the end, just made a play that was outstanding. Mike Huber had been bottled up for 79 minutes plus, and then comes through with the tying goal. And the tying goal coming in the 80th minute at 79-40. And we're going to see it again right here. And it was an outstanding play by the junior. And the setup came to him
From Tim Harold, and Harold really had a fine postseason for them. a goal and an assist in their quarterfinal win. As we see the
Okay, I guess
champions getting their
we're not going to see the
medals.
tying goal, but there is a very happy Willie Fillion, graduate of Northern Illinois, where he played soccer. He was the assistant coach for a couple of years back when Paul Keenan, who now coaches St. Charles, was coaching Palatine. When Keenan left to go to St. Charles, Willie took over. And this was a team that, when you say we're the underdogs, it's no understatement. They put together an outstanding season in the mid-suburban North. 25 wins, only 2 defeats. They lost to St. Charles, I believe.
For these players on both sides, this is one of those kind of defining moments in lives of young men. Obviously, the intense disappointment on the Granite City side, but you go each and every player down the lineup here of this Palatine group, and they will never forget this moment for the rest of their lives, and the excitement of getting it to overtime, and then the absolutely thrilling finish to this for them, winning it just a minute and change into the first
There's Mike
overtime
Huber
for a state championship. An absolutely tremendous moment for them.
Well, the overtime only went a minute 28 seconds, went off a corner kick from Tim Harold. John Wolowick, the senior who had been dumped face first in the mud on at least 2 occasions in the final 5 minutes, complained bitterly. He had been yellow carded earlier in the game, but he certainly had the last word, heading the ball in past the goalkeeper, Mike Bristol, and that's the result right there. There are your champions for the first time ever, the Pirates of Palatine. Well done, young men. Well deserved. Well, is it I, or did it seem like the rain ended just in time for Palatine to win? You talk about the skies clearing or parting. There's a party going on right there.
Is there ever? There's the Palatine team celebrating in the traditional soccer fashion of a dance in midfield.
There's Tim Harold, who got the assist with the corner kick. And we're going to show it to you one more time. A minute 28 into the first overtime. Harold off the corner kick, and watch side of the net, number 6, Wolowick. Right there, boom. Past Mike Bristol, and celebration time in Palatine. And shock downstate. Oh, there it is. They can run forever. They won't care what the weather is, and they'll hoist that thing, and they don't have a far ride to take it back home. Randy, it's been a lot of fun. Good to have you here. I know you'd much rather be in the warm hockey environs of San Jose, but since they're not playing, we're happy to have you with us.
I'll tell you, and it couldn't have been a greater championship game to see. We didn't expect much because of the conditions, but it ended in thrilling and in one way also excruciating fashion.
Yeah, I hope that you take that lousy weather back with you to San Jose. Okay?
It's good working with you, Mike.
All right, you too. At this time, Sports Channel would like to thank David Fry and Marty Hickman of the Illinois High School Association for making this championship event possible. And a special thanks to Jack Drollinger and the grounds crew. Jack Drollinger, the athletic director at Fremd High School. What a job he did to make this field playable and to make the whole weekend go smoothly. Tonight's game has been produced and directed by Tim Sutton. Associate producer Ron Stordo. Remote facilities provided by Trio Video of Chicago. Coordinating producer of the IHSA on Sports Channel is Dave Turner. And our executive producer, Mike Bogat. Once again, the final score, state champion Palatine Pirates over Granite City's Warriors, 2-1. For Randy Hahn, I'm Mike Liederman saying so long from Fremd High School in Palatine. The preceding has been an exclusive presentation of Sports Channel. So long, everybody.